All right, all right, all right. All right, all right, all right.
It says we are live.
All right then.
That's what the thing said.
All right. So that means we are living.
That's a good thing. One more day, yo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. Just add another one onto the last one.
All right?
And just keep on trying adding them on.
That's all we can do.
Yes.
One
So
day.
how was your day today?
It was all right. I'm tired, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why
That's what I
so?
was.
Oh, where'd you get that from, P-Man?
No. Why? He had one of these?
When I was leaving the barbecue the other day.
Yeah, I think he might have found it in a cooler still.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you found it in his cooler.
He brought a cooler?
Okay. So then maybe he left it in somebody's.
Maybe. Maybe. Maybe he left the empty in there.
Mm-hmm.
No, just a long day. I didn't. I was tossy turny last night. And
Yeah.
then I woke, and then so I was just up. I was just sprung early, and then we had the show. I did a little bit of driving this morning.
Okay.
Here I am
Okay.
today.
So after we did the show, you did work and then you hit the road.
Mm-hmm. Pizza in the Breakroom's live. Yeah, man. But here we are today. Here we are now. Red Bull.
I'm sitting here treating this like cold pizza.
Why?
Denise,
What
what up
happened?
with you? Denise, what up with you?
Hey, Faith. Well, you weren't talking to anybody? You're a stush guy.
Me?
Huh?
Me?
Yeah.
You just came on the show this morning professing how stush you are in front of the world, and now you're calling me stush in front of the people them.
I mean, I'm not sure that I said I was stush. Boom Boom chat room in the hizzy for shizzy. I didn't say I was stush. I just said there's certain type of people I don't like. I don't like hooliganism, yo.
You don't like people with excess energy.
I mean, excess energy is good. You just got to put that excess energy in the right spot. You don't want excess energy in the wrong spot, man.
I got you. I got you.
Good evening, Miss Sylvia. Happy Tuesday.
Here's this thing now. Just a while ago, I did my little quick promo for this show that we're about to do right now on my Instagram story. I said we're going live right now, and I want y'all to join the chat. So I said tap in, tap in,
Mm-hmm.
and Miss Sylvia tapped in.
Oh.
And did you not know Miss Sylvia was a tap dance champ of Canada?
Of the world? Or
of the world?
Of the world. Of the universe.
Miss Sylvia was a tap dance champ. Watch that now. Tap.
Oh, that's funny.
Miss Sylvia, what up with you? Frittaz, what up with you? Miss Ronci.
All right, we're ready now. I just chugged that Red Bull. Give me about like 12 minutes. I'm gonna be on fire.
Peppa. Yeah, man. So how did you feel about the weekend anyways, like in regards to the barbecue?
What, there was a barbecue this weekend, yo?
I was calling Miss Ronci the friendliest.
She's the friendliest?
I was calling her the friendliest. She act like she ain't the friendliest. Miss Ronci's the friendliest about the place.
She was talking to everybody, right?
Yeah. Christy Ray.
Introducing everybody. Christy Ray, what up, cuz?
What up, Christy Ray?
What up, cuz?
Big member 905, what up with you?
I don't believe you, Mrs. Ronci. You like me, so I know you're lying already. I know you're lying already. That is not a fact. That is not the answer.
Yeah, man, it was a good afternoon. It was a good afternoon, good vibes, and I told you before. You know what I was thinking?
Yeah.
In regards to the conversation we had this morning about you teaching Keto how to throw the ball.
Yeah.
I was teaching how to catch, and I was like, catching is part one. We'll deal with throwing the ball at another date. Right? Yeah. Because from what I know of my son, I'm like, throwing is not part of the package right now. But when I went to work now, I was sitting here cutting hair, and I was just thinking about how you taught him how to throw the spiral in the time that I was trying to teach him how to catch. And I was like, you know what? You came to him with a blank slate. You know what I mean? You had no expectations. You had no limiting beliefs. You know what I mean? Like you just came to him and just took him as like a clay, like a piece of clay. Whereas I already had my understanding of who I think he is, thinking that, you know what? There's no throwing for him right now. It's only catching.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it just reminded me of the conversation that we had before when I was talking about, you know, when you put fleas that could jump like 15 feet in the air, but if you put them in a container, you cover the lid for like after like 20 days, you take off the lid, they're not jumping past that where that lid was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like what I'm doing, what I did to my own son is just like limiting what he was able to do. Because I already had my preconceived understanding of who I think he is at this moment because of my experiences with him. You don't have my experiences. You don't have my experiences. So you're able to just take him and make him do miracles. Well, you know what I'm saying? So I was just working and I was working through that and I was thinking, wow, like even though I think that I'm a guy who like allows people to do whatever they can, like, you know, like maximize their abilities. I still, you made me realize I still have my governors, my limitations. Like, you know, I'm limiting, even though I think that I'm such a person who allows freedom.
Well, what do they say? What is it? It takes a jungle to raise a kid or something like that.
Oh my gosh, this guy said the jungle.
What is it? It takes a wrong show. Shit. Big up L Mags, Paulie Lopez.
T Dennis, what up with you?
Good evening, everybody.
Tadao, what up with you?
Mommy Marge, good evening.
Hey.
I know it takes a village, people, man. I told you, only on Tuesdays I'm here. All right? That's it. Some shit like that. But no, the barbecue was lit.
Yeah.
Barbecue was good vibes, good energy. So it's nice. That was what, 3rd annual, I guess, now? And that was built.
It takes a forest, a rainforest.
Run forest. Yeah, and that's built during the pandemic. So all that was built when we couldn't communicate and touch people and stuff like that. So that's good stuff right there.
DJ Chela Soul's Easy Like Sunday Morning Picnic?
In the park.
In the park, okay. Say the title. Say the full title so that we got the clip.
Chase Barbecue. What is it? Easy Like Sunday Morning in the park?
In the park.
Foxy G in the break room. Hey, Foxy. How about your day? I didn't ask you how your day is. You're just out here grilling me with questions, guy. I'm sweating under the lights right now, man.
No, my day. Is
this what our guests feel like, eh?
My day's fantastic. My day's fantastic. You know, we had a good show this morning. Went to work. Had good interactions with my clients. Got a call today that, you know, got a message today from a special person that said, "Hey, man, if you bout it, I'm about it." And I said, "What? Let's do it." Yes, sir. So everybody, we got a special guest in the break room today. He goes by the name of Coach Jamie McNeilly. He's a Toronto man. He's a Scarborough man. He's a Malvern man. He's a Brennan Way man.
That's a man. He's how a man's about the town guy.
He's from the lineage of the McNeillys.
Toronto's first family of basketball.
I like that.
That's what I mean. Whatever. We can talk about that later. That's what I think. So whatever. You know, I'm biased. I can appreciate that, but I took notes. I'll tell you why later.
All right. Well, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna introduce our friend, and we'll be right back in a second. Pizza in the break room. T. Hot Shot Couture J. We bring it to you every Tuesday at 9:30.
We here now. We here. Yeah. It's in the break room, y'all. Holla, holla, holla. Woo!
Coach.
Yes, sir. You got my street, man. You went down to the street. D-way, baby.
Nitty gritty, man.
Yo, I was about to name the number of the house,
Yeah, chill.
the garage door, the basket. I like the one with the Fisher Price basketball outside, the basketball net outside.
Where I'd go see you guys play ball and then go back to the Fisher Price and try to do the moves Bennett and Fitz are doing, out there.
Man.
Yes,
I
so
remember-
thank you so much for joining us today, man.
Yeah, my pleasure, man. Glad it's an honor. Obviously, you guys are big bros, so anytime I could be a part, I'm here, man.
Wicked.
Appreciate
Wicked.
that.
So what you been up to?
Well, just in Fort Worth, Texas, coaching at TCU now. This is the start of year 2. Just came from Texas A&M 2 years before that, and then Virginia Tech, and then Marquette before that. So been coaching. This is year 15, I think. So
Wait, 15 years of coaching?
That's a lot of years, man.
Nah, but you're not. You know, man. You're like 21, bro. What
I
are you
know.
talking about?
It's
What are you talking about?
a long time, man.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
wild, man.
Listen. Okay, I was so my big bro and you guys obviously came up together, and so I'm the
Yes.
little guy tagging along whenever I can.
Mm-hmm.
There was one time we were at Mary Ward, and I think we were at practice. And so, correct me if I'm wrong, but you were playing on the senior team or the junior team, and my brother was playing on the bantam team. Was that right
No,
or
yeah.
no?
No, yeah. Because the first year, Jay and I together, we played together with Channel 9.
Okay.
We won the championship that year. The next year,
I was in the locker room
Channel 9.
celebrating with you guys.
For real though. Yeah.
the next year, I went to junior, and Stretch was able to stay and play double bantam. That's right.
Double bantam. I haven't heard that phrase in a while.
Double bantam's dirty, yo. That's
So one time we're at practice. It's either they practiced first, and my dad was coaching the younger team with my brother, and then you guys were practicing either before or after. So I'm staying and watching, and you get an outlet. You might remember this, you might not, or I may have brought it up to you before. You get an outlet, and you act like you're gonna throw it long. There's a guy open, and in the back court, you just go like this, like you're almost throwing a football, and the guy jumps up, and as he jumps up, you dribble through his legs.
No, that was a game, bro. That's not practice.
Okay.
That was a game.
Okay. So here, this is it's long time ago, but listen,
Yes.
you unlocked something in me. I didn't think basketball could be played so freely. I thought of everything so X and O, like, and my dad's a coach, and my brother was a high IQ guy, and here's Fitz twirling all around the court, dribbling through guys' legs. I'm like, okay, I have to try these things, So,
oh, come on now.
I credit some of the creativity on the court to you, man.
Oh man, much respect.
You're fun to watch, man. I don't think I wasn't seeing the hustle plays, Bennett, the taking the charges, I noticed it all, man. I was a good observer back in the day, man.
Clearly, right? I think that's you see a lot of people when you get to sit back and watch, because you're younger, as you say, right? So you're watching all of this happen even before you're playing with us and stuff like that. Just absorbing it all, right? Like you've been in the gym, right? And that, I would think, or do you think, adds to kind of what you do now?
That mentality you guys had, and everything you guys did, every joke you told in the hallway at MT, and I was fortunate enough to be around, every practice at Ward, every basement talk, all of that poured into who I was as a player, because I just remember being the young guy, and the message you guys would give me nonstop would just be kill, be a killer. Like, that's the only way to do it. And so I'm on the floor playing D1, I'm overseas playing, and it's those lessons. I'm representing Fitz and Bennett, I'm representing Silver Springs, I'm representing Malvern, and I'm here. And that's what you draw back to when you're on the biggest stage. Like, it's that simple. You go back to what got me here, what lessons got me here, and it's the same lessons like you see Jimmy Butler and all these guys that coach on the floor. It's the same lessons you guys were teaching me. I'm teaching them. They have some of that in them. It's the same way I would say it, the same slang, the same vernacular. But it was y'all's lessons, man. I'm telling you, the lesson I learned from it is the little kid watching. Go talk to him, man. If he's on the sideline and he's showing up every day, go spend a couple minutes, because that's what made me the couple minutes you guys would spend with me here and there, you know, grabbing a rebound for me, let me play even though I'm too young. But you know, it's cool, man. It's cool.
Love that.
That's very nice. That's big, yo. Good for you, man. I remember, because you know, I haven't seen you in a very long time, right? And but I've kind of watched what you've been able to do and all those things. And you know what? I see what you're talking about with that passion and all those little things, little small things, when I'm able to observe you in your art and what you're doing. So that's big. So big up to that. And I appreciate that as well. Shecky.
Yes, Shecky, man. That's one of my, like, what do you call it in Star Wars? Padawans, or what do you call it?
he's the Jedi Master. We're all
yeah.
Padawans, you know. Everybody had to get a piece of Shecky at some point. That's it,
man. He was one of the guys when I'm on the sideline. Come on, let's go 1-on-1, or you're playing next, you know. Big up to Shecky.
Yeah, Shecky for sure. Shecky for sure. Yo, before we got into any of this basketball talk, I did want to ask you, because I know you were here you're here quite recently for basketball.
Yeah.
But you were here during the time of Caravana. You got to enjoy the festivities. Did you get to stay for that?
So I actually had to go back and do a week in Chicago recruiting. And then I was fortunate enough to leave my family, my wife and my 2 sons, in Toronto, and then flew back for the weekend and just for the parade and saw some family. First parade in maybe 13, maybe 12 years.
Oh, come on.
Years,
yeah?
For real, yeah.
I thought you were just about to tell me a sad story, because you're like, unfortunately, I was able to leave my family. And I was like, oh, man, the guy missed it.
No, I enjoyed it, man. It's so much better when you've been away a long time. You come back, and the first thing you notice, and I've lived in a lot of cities, is you truly feel like you belong in Toronto, regardless. Like, it doesn't matter your shape or size. And there are, like, I played ball in New Orleans. I love New Orleans. But there's a look, there's a feel, and you can be an outsider there. And I don't feel like an outsider in New Orleans. I feel like one of them. They embrace me. But the second you land in Toronto, you just look around and you could almost take the armor off, like, you know, and it's like, just I'm myself, you know. I don't have to look around. Am I the only one in the room? Are they gonna approach me? Like, nothing like that, man. So you grow to appreciate. And all my boys say Toronto this, Toronto that, stay away, stay. But you appreciate it, man. Yeah. I mean, they still think I'm in college, and you're like, you know, like, it's like they don't understand that. Nah, man, it's home, man. Like, you know,
right.
But
I mean, you look like you're in college, brother.
Yeah, you know.
You look like you're in college.
I gained some weight when I was at Virginia Tech, and credit to my wife, because she kind of helped me out with it. But I'm like, if I'm working above a weight room and literally open my window and it's a gym, why am I not in shape? You know, like, how fortunate am I to have a job like this, and then lazy enough to not be in shape? So I kind of said, yo, let me just use the gym I'm working next to, man.
Oh, that's funny.
No, but that's, as you say that, you say you haven't been to Caravana in 13 years. Now that I'm thinking about my last memory of senior Caravana, I feel like you might have been in school.
Yeah.
Came back, and I feel like, if my memory serves me correct, you were like walking on the street, like, with a bunch of your basketball buddies, like half naked. Like,
I don't know.
like, no shirts. No.
We had our jerseys.
We just had some bands to our biceps, man.
No,
I'll tell you how long ago it was.
Like, elite athletes walking the street with, like, no shirts on. Like, why am I wearing clothes?
Every man
I'm looking at them like,
yo. Yeah, it's been a minute, man.
So you have to wear clothes this time.
I had to wear clothes this time. You know, a little more low key. But I ran into my pops on the road, and no shirt. And
For
had one
real.
of my nephews with him. Same old, man. Does not care about if my dad ain't roaming the streets, man.
So what is this what does the caravana mean to you and your family?
My parents, from its inception, were a part of it, and so I talk to people a lot about it. But people don't realize, like, give me something this sustainable and this powerful in Toronto. I can't think of anything. And the Caribbean roots of our parents, who were pushing the floats, they weren't driving them. We were pushing the floats. And my dad's drumming for Afropan, and my mom's the roti lady. And it's not this big operation. It's us cooking the whole week, and I'm helping her knead the roti, and that's caravana. And to see it grow like this, it's almost like you're looking at a child grow. And especially going away, like you're saying, and coming back and getting these snapshots, man, it's every time you come back, it's like you want to explain to everyone walking on the street, no, this is where it came from. It's not, it wasn't always this, and you know, so it's powerful, man. It's ingrained. I'm glad my sons got to see it. I took them to Pan Alive. They enjoyed it, man. It was nice, man. Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. You guys played mass before or recently or?
Never. I think I've committed to playing next year. I believe I'm committed, so I'm going for it.
Yes, it sounds like we've committed.
T-shirt or you're doing it?
What? No, I'm doing it, man.
Yeah. Oh, you doing it?
Look, you see this guy's face? He's like, oh shit, I didn't know.
Oh, you committed.
Yeah, man. There we go, man. I'm gonna start doing some push-ups from now. I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Okay. I said I might, come hold a rope.
No.
I might put on a t-shirt and hold a rope.
No, we can write about it.
Yeah.
We can do a hot slice on it.
Okay. Has anybody in the chat played mass? Has anybody in the chat participated, bought your costume, and went on road? If so, I don't even know.
I wonder who this is.
Who is that? BJ?
No, it might be Kevin.
Oh, Kev. Oh.
They're Jamaicans, Jay.
Oh yeah, man. No, we gotta go for it. If you're gonna do it, you gotta go for it.
El Max says, yeah. El Max has costumed it up.
Yeah, let's go, man. Let's all go play for Saldina. Let's have a pizza in the break room section, yo. Done.
Oh, Tall Man 33. This is Daryl. He says he hasn't missed. I know that for sure. Whenever I see his Instagram, it's always a time.
See, that's what's up. Let's do it, man. That's what I say. Oh Lord. All right. So you said Jamie, you played in New Orleans. Mm-hmm. Is that right?
Yeah.
Did you play in New Orleans around the time of Katrina? So
it was about this time, my junior year at the University of New Orleans, and I'm at home in Malvern, in Brennan Way, in my home, and my mom says a day before I'm supposed to go down, there's a storm coming. Don't go. I'm like, Mom, are you crazy? Like, don't show up to the first day of, Division I basketball. Are you crazy? I gotta go. There's always hurricane warnings in New Orleans. No. It's a bad one coming. I'm like, whatever. And I left. Was she right? So it ended up being 7 days, 6 nights, 7 days, no communication with my family, no nothing, no running water. We tried to, no electricity for about 5 of those days. We tried to leave New Orleans. There was no evacuation plan. And we got about a half hour outside the city. And so you just landed in Katrina, basically. Just landed in Katrina. I landed in Katrina. Hey guys, there's a storm coming tomorrow. Should be fine. Everything's good. About midnight that night, we're starting to see stuff. About 6 a.m. that morning. hey guys, it's gonna get serious. Leave today. No, all the coaches left. So I called a team meeting and I said, okay, guys, what are we doing?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Sorry. This is your first year there?
My second year there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you
And
said you
so-
called the team meeting. I was like, whoa, leadership skills.
Yeah. Well, I was the captain that last year, anyways, the year before. So I was like, whatever, it's on me. The coaches left. Head coach went to play golf in Florida. He said assistants went with their families. So the team was split. Let's go to the Superdome. And then the other half of the team was like, let's go Houston or Atlanta, because that's where you drive when there's hurricanes down there. So we decided on Atlanta, couple guys, Houston, and then the rest of them went to the Superdome or tried to go. A couple of them ended up on a freeway. One of my teammates, Wayne Williams, had a 3-month-old baby girl stuck on the highway outside. And he said he is alive today because of his baby girl. He was at the front of every line, food line, water line, the line to evacuate, because they had that daughter there. So it was messy, man. I got to Picayune, Mississippi, a half hour outside of New Orleans. One of the teammates' grandmother lived there. And it was, there's like a few things I remember. I remember asking the grandmother that night. So I was on the phone with my girl. She was going to playing ball in Kentucky at an NAIA school. And I was basically like, listen, man, it sounds like it's getting bad. I'm going to hit you up tomorrow. I didn't know I wouldn't be able to get in contact with her for about 7 days. And I remember it sounding like it was like a bungalow, 2-3 bedroom, old school Southern Mississippi house. And it sounded like there was about 20 MLB pitchers, like David Cone and Juan Guzman are outside, just pelting fastballs at the window, at the wall, nonstop.
Come on.
And then about 2-3 hours in, I go, Grandma. I'm calling my teammate's grandmother, Grandma. Grandma, how could the train still be running? Why is the train running? What's going on? It's storming like this and the train can stay on the tracks? She's like, that's not a train, baby. That's a tornado. I'm like, oh, no, it's a hurricane. And she's like, oh, no, there's tornadoes in hurricanes. We get out the next day, about 4 or 5 houses on the street we were on. It's slab, no house. So the only reason you know there was a house there is everything but the house is there. The plot of land, the driveway, the slab it was built on. And the saving grace, honestly, was there was no running water, electricity. Everyone barbecued, man. And we're in the South. And we're basketball players. 5 basketball players walking around the South. We just follow the smoke, walk to their house, and that's where we're eating that day. And so
okay. So like they just let you.
Come on, like they all know each other down there. It's you're in the South, so hey, you're with Miss Manning, and so whatever I'm saying the wrong last name, but you're with her, and then you're good. So it was real, man. It was an episode for sure,
man.
Yeah,
and your parents can't get in touch with you.
No, mom bawling when I called her. I ended up getting a phone that works. Maybe it was in Memphis, but I was on the Greyhound for about 48 hours. I was honestly just getting on random buses going north, whatever city was north of there, because there's no phone. You're not plugging in. You're not, and so you just get north. Keep asking people to use their phones, and then eventually, me and the teammate just begged the guy, listen, man, we play ball at New Orleans. Can we stay at the hotel? And the guy just let us stay there one night. And tell you what, man, there's some people in the South that were looking out because we were in some back roads and stuff. We were there, man.
Yeah.
It could have went south.
Different. It could have went south.
Yeah, man. Could have went south in the South, man.
Wow, man. Well,
power through. Yeah.
Works.
That's it, man. We reconvened in Tyler, Texas, and then had the season at UT Tyler. And there was our home games over there. So
say that. Okay, so you guys then brought your season to Texas.
Yeah, this is late August, so it's mid-September where the coach is finally getting a hold of everyone. Schools were taking in other schools, and so a D3 school in Tyler, Texas, UT Tyler, said they'll take us. And it's so crazy how all this stuff works. So at UT Tyler, we're playing our season there. And as we're playing, we want like guys to train with, and the guys at that D3 school wouldn't play us. But there's a junior college called Tyler Junior College down the street. So we'd play there every day. I mean, not like in the off season every day, but throughout the year we'd train there. Like we'd use it as a secondary gym. The following year, I go back to New Orleans. We're back on campus.
Okay.
And Jimmy Butler is a freshman at at Tyler Junior College. And then the following year, literally the year after, I'm coaching him at Marquette.
That's crazy.
And so we had that connection from jump, and we just kind of grew close from there. And
okay, but did you guys kind of like cross pathways during that time?
No, we literally, so the reason
happened.
we know is the coaches. Like the coach would talk about, oh, when UNO was here, when New Orleans was here, blah, blah, blah. And so Jimmy, when we met each other at Marquette, he'd go, yo, my coach kept on talking about you guys, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, we just made a whole bunch of connections. He's like, yo, you want to start working me out? You know, I want to work out, shoot in the morning, get some workouts in the evening. And I was fresh off a plane overseas. And just kind of hit it off and just train for the next 3 years, man. Crazy, man. One thing leads to the next, right?
Right? That's just how the world works.
Yeah, man.
That's bloody crazy.
That's
Fitz, you look astonished, guy.
No, you know, because he just said, he just brought me back to a memory that was totally irrelevant for what we're speaking about.
But he said it can't be irrelevant.
He said when he came back from training, and I remember one time, you know, Bennett, you remember we used to play at Sook's gym on Tuesday nights?
Was it Tuesdays? Whatever night it was, but yeah,
it was Tuesday nights. We started playing at 11 o'clock. And one time Jamie came back to town and decided to come by the gym. And I thought I was good at basketball. Like I thought I was really, really good at basketball. And when Jamie came back to town, I was like, holy shit, man. This is what basketball looks like?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I mean, when you train, like, you know, it's a different level. People don't realize we train hard, but if you keep that going, like, you just get efficient, man.
I seen it. Like when you came to our gym that time and I watched you work, like when I watched you play against us, I was like, this doesn't make no sense because I know I'm good. I know I'm good, but what, like the way you were playing basketball, like, it's different when all you're doing is training. Like it's just evident.
No doubt. I remember David Wesley. You remember him? Played for the Hornets or the Pelicans.
Yes.
He used to come play with us all the time, and so I'm the guy that wants to beat the guy, like even if I'm not good enough. So I'm checking him every single time he steps in the gym. I'm fighting my teammates to check the NBA point guard. And I just remember no matter what I did or how I contested a shot, he would just move his hand and shoot it. Wherever I contested it, he ain't moving his body. He's just moving the ball out of the way. And just because I realized he was playing with me, because he doesn't do that in real games, and hitting the shots, I was like, okay, I shoot about 500, 600 a day. I know you're shooting like 1,000 a day, like, you know, and you're getting probably multiple sessions in. Because it's just, there's levels, and exactly like you're saying, you could just feel it. This guy trains at a different level. But yeah, I know what you're saying, man. It's crazy when you string days in a row together. It's the same thing I tell all my guys all the time. This whole thing, trying to go to the league, trying to make it, it's just a routine, man. You have to, your routine has to be better than everyone else's, because that's all you really can control. You know, and then everything else becomes kind of secondary behind that. But what is your routine? When you describe your routine, and when Jimmy Butler describes his routine, I bet you Jimmy's is better. Like, you know, just because he understands that training that much more gets you that much more ahead. When I was a kid and when you guys were trying to teach me those lessons, I thought it was my ability making me do it. And little did I know at the time, no, it was because I kept repping it because I wanted to be as good as you guys. And so I had to practice more and more to try to get to the level you guys were at. And man, like Dovey Dove in the building.
Yo, Dovey Dove in the building. I saw some other people. E-Bands Maddox in the building. Big up, stopping by. Somebody else I saw, but now I forget. It was a little bit ago, so whatever. Big up, Dove.
Yes, yes. Well, I don't know if we even said though. This is episode 57 of Pizza in the Break Room,
57.
and episode 57 in this T. Hot Shot Couture J, and we have a special guest on, Coach Jamie McNeilly. Coach Jamie, you got a goal for Canada.
Listen, okay.
Stop right here and listen to this right now. Like, yes.
Okay, we'd say basketball's Canada's sport, right? Because of Naismith. Agreed.
Okay.
So I was debating someone closely associated to the Raps. When the Raptors won the championship, I kept hearing, like, brought home the first championship for Canada. And I'm like, yeah? Who's the Canadian that's picking this team? Who's the Canadian that's coaching this team? Who's the Canadian that's scoring all the points on this team? There's been one gold medal in Canada basketball history ever.
Tell them.
And that was 2017 U19 FIBA Worlds.
Hey, everybody, golds in the chat. Find a gold medal somewhere. Find a gold medal somewhere on your icons or something.
Big up Channel 9 for the bits.
Golds in the chat.
Something gold. Yeah, don't mind me.
That's big.
Yeah. But big. No, it was in Egypt. RJ Barrett was kind of our guy on the team. Right. We beat the US in the semis. The arena was out of someone's dream, man. 50,000 seat arena, and it was just like elementary school night every night. It was like every school bus pulled up, and if there was an empty seat, a kid was filling it. It's awesome, unreal environment, man. Got to see the pyramids and all that, and
smack.
Yeah, got the guy. I told some guys on the team that night we won gold. I'm like, you guys don't get it. You guys are the first ever. There's nothing else. Like, you're in. That's it. You're in the history book. When they look up championships in Canada, we're always going to be 1A. And so a lot of those players, man, like, shout out to, obviously it was the guys that got us gold. I was just coaching them, but man, shout out to those guys, man. They represented and we beat some good teams, man. France in the finals. I think France or Italy. No, it was France. I think Italy was earlier in that tournament, but yeah, fun experience, man.
Well, congratulations to you for that, man.
Yeah, man.
Creating Canadian history. And then they followed up with a Raptors championship.
And there you go. I ain't mad at it. I love the Raps, man.
Who's your you like the Raps? Or of course you love the Raps. Who's your favorite Raptor? All time and today, as of this minute as we speak.
Can I have a tie all time or no?
Of course you can.
Sure.
This is a safe space in here.
Oh, yeah, okay. So Stoudemire, I think he changed it all for us. And then I think Vince made the biggest stride. He took us from in the background to the front of the class. And I think we grew from that. And so those are my all-time faves. Mm-hmm. And right now, I mean,
that's a good friend you are, brother, man. It's a good friend.
It's tough, man. There's something about Siakam I like. And I like those kind of you kind of have to grow to love them, but once you grow to love them, it's like, you remember, I might get the name wrong, Keon Clark. Is that right?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so he reminds me of the 2.0 of Keon Clark. Everyone loved Keon Clark. Like,
that's hilarious.
But when you first see him, he's shacking the fool a little bit. Like, a little bit. But you realize he's a winner. He does the little things. I think Siakam has some of that in him. So
Siakam in the chat. Siakam in the chat.
So that's your
yeah, I'd say. Yeah.
I love that.
That sounds like a lot of data. That sounds like data more than feeling, in that opinion, right there.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm not Right now, I'm not a huge Raps fan. Like I more support the guys I've coached in the league, you know, and so I'm watching those games more than the Raps games. And
So which games are you watching for the people in the chat that might not understand this?
Miami. I mean, that's wherever Jimmy is. That's my team. Utah Jazz, Nikhil Alexander Walker, one of Scarborough's finest.
Another one of your players.
Yeah, Virginia Tech first round pick. He's with the Jazz. There's a handful, man. Jay Crowder. I'm watching every Phoenix game. Coached him. He was old Biggie's player of the year. Yeah, just a handful of guys. Juan Toscano Anderson. That's my guy, man.
Oh, he's Marquette.
Yeah. That's my guy, man.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So yeah, there's a handful of them. But anytime I put them all in my calendar, and if I could catch a game, or you guys know what Synergy is? Basically, it's software, and you could pull up clips of anybody basically any year.
When you said Synergy, I thought you're talking about like how me and Sean work together.
Yeah. Different kind.
Actually, when he said clips, I was thinking, like, can we get like some MT high school clips? Let's go see that. Let's go giddy up.
So what's the Synergy thing? What is it?
So it's just software they use in the NBA and college, and basically any player, any year, you could look up any type of his clips. So like today, I was watching with our backup point guard. I was watching all of Fred Van Fleet's attacking closeouts from the left wing perimeter from the last game. And so he wants
how much does Synergy cost? Synergy sound like it costs like a 5 G's.
5 G's a license, one license.
Yeah, 20 plus.
Wow, yo, that sounds great.
Listen, high major basketball.
It's crazy, right?
We spend easily 60 to 80,000 a year on software. Wes Matthews, another one. That's my guy. Yeah, I coached him at Marquette too.
That's crazy.
Yeah, big. It's big money down there, man.
The man said, "I wish it was 5,000."
So how has that evolved? Like technology, maybe since when you first started coaching to now. Like, what are the differences, or how has it changed you in coaching?
I think I was fortunate enough to be tech savvy coming in, and I was ahead of the curve a little bit, which got me ahead of my peers. And I think now if there's 360 Division I schools, I'd say about 65 to 75 high major schools. Of the 75 high major schools, there are probably 35 to 50 schools that have a full-time analytics guy on staff. And it went from being absolutely zero. Some teams never even had a video coordinator when I was starting out. So it's very analytic driven. It's kind of killed mid-ranges, which is so stupid. And it's good and bad, but it's changed the game. When we were coming up, ball screens were kind of it's just get a good ball screen guard and have them create for you. And now analytics is driving what teams are doing. So you're seeing a lot of cutting off the ball. You'll see a lot of 5 out with a lot of cutting through the paint now. And then you'll see a lot of 3-man action in the middle of the floor. It's just what analytics is saying scores at the highest clip. But yeah,
sounds like Tom and Ron guy. Sounds like well, isn't that what we were running, man? Like you way ahead of the game, man. No, that's next level, man.
For those who don't know, Tom and Ron are our high school coaches at Blessed Mother Teresa High School in Scarborough, Malvern.
Amongst other places, I think, right? Big up to Tom and Ron. But that's what we were, for real. We were versatile back in the day, man. But that's crazy. That's but it's still, I mean, I think for me it's still a feel, like just when I watch basketball, when you see little small different things, right? Because like you hear the data, and obviously it's changed the game a little bit, but sometimes it's just when you see somebody play, right, you can just understand that they understand how it all works.
No doubt.
Outside of all that, yeah. So,
and you still find like the smart players are still the smart players. The headsy guys are still the headsy guys. They're using it within what the new game is becoming, and it's changed, man. Like if I showed you the offense we ran at Marquette in 2008 compared to the offense at TCU 2022, it'll be like archaic, almost like watching the flex right now, like, you know, where you're just like, whoa, what are we doing? Although
Right.
Boston still runs the flex.
Was that
why does Boston still run the flex?
Well, they did a couple years ago for with Brad Stevens, but I think it was just, I don't know. One of the old Celtics assistants is probably one of my closest friends in the coaching business. And it was just a set Stevens liked.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of thing.
Well, Kyrie gave it up and got it back. And so a lot of times with these really good guards like Kyrie, the problem is they don't want to pass. So if you say, hey, run a flex, pass it to the other slot, set a down screen, come back up. Now 3 guys touch the ball, and now Kyrie, you could be a hog, you know. And I think that's a little bit why they ran the flex.
I'm gonna go put on my shorts right now, guys. Let's go. Yes, coach. Yeah, let's go. Oh, sorry.
Looks like we have a Boston fan in the house.
They still make those, I guess. Cool. That's all right.
Evansmatic.
That's awesome. I was just asking, you know. All right, let's switch it up. So, do you have time to like watch television, movies, shows? What are you watching? What do you like? Tell us a little bit about this.
So when you go recruiting, you have time on the planes, and so that's when I get most of my watching in. Or if me and the wifey stay up late, or the boys are in bed early. The boys right now. I have to look away most of the time. But outside of that, it's like Homelander's I-Beam.
You know, the boys are wild, man. That show's wild. You watch that, Fitz?
Yeah. The last season was kind of like, ooh, what is this? Like, ouch. The last season was like the creative director said, just do what you want.
Yeah. Just go for it. Let's go.
Just shock me.
Yeah.
Shock me. And they're like in their studios working on stuff, and they say, "Yo, watch this."
I agree. It's some outlandish stuff, man.
Yeah.
But the reason it works, I think, is because you could always put yourself in that world. When you watch DC and Marvel, you know it's not our world. When you're watching The Boys, you're like, this could be like, if it was real life and there were heroes, it would be more like this than the Marvel.
Yes.
You know?
Especially with some of the degenerates that I know if they had superpowers.
Exactly.
I'm gonna shrink down and I'm gonna watch what I do to this guy.
I'm gonna put him on my shoulder, guy. Come here. Stand right here.
I wouldn't want to give Medina no superpowers, boy. Oh man. Nah, forget it. No superpower should be handed out in Malvern at all. No superpowers in Malvern.
Oh man. Soda Pop in the house. Big up Soda Pop.
Yes, sir. So okay, so you say so you said The Boys. What else?
What else we got?
Umbrella Academy, but I was very disappointed. I just kept watching it kind of because me and wifey kind of got in too deep on it, and we're like, screw it. Yeah. This is a weird one, but I've always been a Trekkie. So the Orville. I'm
a Trekkie, but I haven't watched Orville.
So it's Family Guy. What's my youth's name? Rogen? Is it
Rogen?
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen. Okay, yeah. Seth Rogen made basically a Star Trek. And it ain't Family Guy Star Trek. It's like Star Trek.
Yeah.
But it's you could do something else, and that could be playing in the background. You know. So kind of watching that one.
There's certain shows that can play in the background. Certain shows you can't. Like I just finished Westworld. Westworld, you can't watch in the background. You gotta watch
in the background.
You gotta put your phone down. You gotta commit. You can't do it when you're tired, right? You gotta.
Westworld leaves you in that spot where you're like right in between. I have no idea what's going on, and this is cool as crap.
Let me tell you. let me tell you something. For season 1, episode 5, I'll never forget it. I was like, "Yo, what the fuck just happened?" Right? I was like, "What?" I started over, yo, and that's when I learned that I couldn't not be paying attention because I was just like, "No, fuck that." What do you mean? And then I started over, and then after every show, I read 2 articles. 2 recaps from 2 different whatchamacallits.
Yeah. You have to recap that show. You do.
Yo, that show's serious, man. So season 1 is one of the best.
Yeah. It falls off a little after, but season 1.
But if you stuck to it this last season, season 4, amazing.
It comes back.
So yeah. So if you made it to season 3 and you were like, I don't know, watch season 4.
I'll give you an obscure one. Doom Patrol. Have you guys seen that one?
No.
So DC has a streaming platform that's horrible, and this is their only like good original series. But it's not as gory as
The Boys,
but
is anything
psychologically it messes with you, man. It's pretty good, man. Doom Patrol is pretty good, man.
Doom, DOOM.
Yeah. You might want to torrent that or something because
I might have seen that on the box somewhere. I've seen that on the box somewhere. Doom Patrol. Has anybody seen Doom Patrol?
I ain't seen that.
That one's gonna get crickets.
Doom Patrol is a crazy mind bender.
We got a winner.
It is.
So Foxy G, how do you come across Doom Patrol? Like, you got the DC. You got the synergy. You got the synergy app where you get.
It's in the algorithm.
Yo, they pay $60,000 so they can get DC TV shows on the plane ride to Albuquerque.
Oh man, that is bonkers.
Okay, so top 5 movies of all time then for you.
Severance, Wicked. Just for the record, if anybody hasn't seen Severance, watch Severance.
Writing it down now.
Severance is bonkers. Good bonkers.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry to interrupt. What was the question? Can you please repeat the question just so I can be engaged in the answer?
So I said, what is your top 5 movies for you? Because we have our movies and he's in a different age demographic. I mean, he's in our age demographic now.
It's crazy how different that works when you get old, eh?
Right.
You just joined the same group, huh?
Yeah, you joined us, B.
Obviously, Coming to America has to be up there. I think it dominates the genre. Memento.
Ooh,
Memento.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Old man. Old man, eh?
Hit us with your movies, chat. He's got an old soul. He's been telling us the whole time, man. You pay attention. Yeah.
I'd probably put Do the Right Thing up there. Just watchability. That's tough.
Hey, you guys. Goonies. He Got Game is good.
I want to put a Shyamalan up there, but I don't know.
What are you talking about? Sorry.
You're not a Shyamalan fan?
Is anybody a Shyamalan fan?
I am.
You are?
Hundo, yo.
Yeah,
man's brilliant.
I think he's brilliant too.
What's the Apple TV show? Is what's the he's got one.
Oh, the scary one.
Yeah, it's not that scary. I was a little bit nervous to watch it because I don't like the scary stuff.
Me either. That's why I didn't watch it. So I should go.
Yo, it's dope.
Okay, I just didn't want. I don't like the horror movies too much.
It's not. You got like you No, you're good.
Uh,
You know when the scary stuff is coming. It's not
okay,
like it's not like jump at you scary, man.
yeah.
So just put on your blankie and you're good, brother.
Okay.
Little Jamie.
Trading places.
Space Jam, Boys in the Hood, Trading Places. My favorite movie of all time is still Dogma. I don't care what anybody says.
I watched it the other day.
I used to have that movie memorized, but now I'm old.
I watched it 2 weeks ago. I can see why you liked it.
Dogma's wicked.
I can see why you liked it as a young, impressionable man, learning your way through the world.
What do you mean? Be nice to everybody.
No. It's a lot of like. Hey,
oh,
man.
hello.
Say hi.
Hi.
Hey, man.
Hi.
This is Juve.
Is that Juve?
Yeah.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
How you doing, sir?
I am doing all day.
Yeah. Okay. Go to mommy.
What did he say? I've been shooting all day. That's what he said.
He's the troublemaker. The older one's the one shooting every day.
That's awesome.
Juve.
That is awesome. Oh wow! All right, so yeah, watch the Apple TV show.
Yeah,
TV
I'm on it.
Right?
And that and Severance, I'm on it.
Well, to tell you the truth, we're on this stream maybe last week or the week before, and Westworld was a suggested watch, so I put it into my torrent box.
Okay.
And I learned that Westworld was like a 1978 film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so did you watch the film?
I turned it on. And like what usually happens with me, as soon as I turn on the movie starts, the credits roll, and
yeah, man. Notorious DJ Carlos, big up.
What up with you? DJ Demos One, what's going on with you, brother? What up with you? Yeah, man, so I am gonna start the Westworld movie before I watch.
No, don't do it.
No?
I don't know. I never watched I haven't seen the Westworld movie
either.
yet.
I just want to. You see, I'm the type of guy that when I go to the gym, I go there and try to do muscle ups. I don't go to the bench press. So
you do handstands too, guy.
Yes, exactly. So I am gonna watch. That's just the way I operate.
I don't like the guys that do the handstands. I don't like those guys, man. Those guys get out of the way, man. We're busy.
Wait a second. Hey, coach, can you still do muscle ups or what?
Nah, I could probably get to 10 strict pull-ups right now.
Yeah.
I'm about maybe 15 pounds away from muscle ups. Muscle ups are more my body weight than how strong I am.
Okay.
Under 2, I could do a muscle up. I'm probably 208 right now, 210 for real.
I can't even believe you're 208. That kind of blows my mind too. But I guess you live in the US of A. So
look at Schwarzenegger over here. Put them ones up.
Put ones up if you eat 10 boiled eggs every morning
with some whey powder.
With whey powder.
Oh my goodness. Jesus. Question, actually, back to basketball. Sorry.
No worries.
Because I wrote this down and it's down the list. It's a little bit separate than all my basketball questions. When you think of who is your Toronto basketball GOAT? We had this conversation very early in the pizza in the break room, like back in the first days. And we talked about who our GOAT was, and it actually aligned. So I wonder who is your Toronto GOAT?
So I think it's a no-brainer, McGlure.
Ooh.
I think what he did for the city.
Can I tell you? Can I tell you something? I'm sorry to interrupt you. Fitz is good at remembering stuff. Jamal McGlure. So at MT, we played that Eastern Commerce team. So if anybody, that Eastern Commerce team, that team, we played them at the Milliken tournament, and we were down 3, in the third, going into the fourth quarter against that team. You know, we were there. We were ready to go. We ended up losing by 20 some, right? You know, right? Jamal went on a little run, right? And that was the year that they were trying to go undefeated, right? They went to the States, they won some tournaments and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they were still undefeated, and we had them. We were down 3 going into the fourth, got drubbed. And then the next game, they lost to, I think it was Vaughn in the finals. We had them in the semis. And then, right, we go to OFSA, and we played them in the semifinals. We got fucking drubbed in the semifinals, right? Which ended up, we still won the bronze, which was Mother Teresa's first OFSA medal, just for the record. Anybody wants to talk about that? So all the rest of the medals, the gold medals, all that, first OFSA medal. But it was all because of Jamal. So it is with, when I hear you say Jamal, I'm like, number one, that man stopped me from OFSA gold. And number 2, absolutely 100%. So sorry.
No.
On.
Listen, if he stopped you from OFSA gold, and I don't even remember where OFSA was that year, but you guys are honorary winners because it's not fair. It's like coming second to both. You really won. Like you just happen to be around where this guy's here, man. And
then we beat Martin Grove, and then we beat Martin Grove. Yeah, man, with Sean Gray and that team, man. Yo, man, Chuck, that Jamal McGlure, man. Yeah, 100 hundo. Yeah, sorry.
Who would you say Fitz?
Well, my goat is Marv, man.
Okay. I think he was the most talented, for sure, the best handle I've ever seen. It like coming out of the city. He changed the game, man. I think he was almost just as influential locally as McGlure, because the gyms Marv would go into, you played different after you played Marv.
You're absolutely right.
You know,
absolutely
and so
right.
That rang true even as he got older and was playing my guy, like the guys my age. And so no, he's if you said 1A and 1B, I wouldn't argue.
Yeah,
that's Hezo, man. The Hezo.
That's my story. You know, that's my goal. Like I mean, but then my gyms are around my area, right? But also I've been places in the West and down downtown and whatnot. And I've been to gyms. I played ball with the people of significant stature in those areas. And I've seen Marvin come in to these gyms wherever and make whoever's supposed to be a star in that area, like, you know, like the stars of the schools in that area, just look like common folk, bro.
Yeah. And you know what hurts him a little bit? He tells his story, right? Like usually other people tell your story. He tells, and that's nothing wrong. I love the stories. I could hear him all day. But then the kids are like, yo, was he really that good? And I gotta come behind and go, yes.
No, you're
literally that good.
You're exactly right, because there's a lot of, like, even to now, like when people come to my barbershop and some kids will come to the barbershop. When I say kids, I'm talking about like old enough to be in a conversation with him, you know what I mean? But still kids to me. And they're like, well, Marvin, and I'm like, yo, that guy was a monster. Like, him? Come on. I'm like, and they say, yeah, he says. I'm like, no, when he says, he says.
Yeah, man.
Like,
I remember coming back from school and going to West Hill and training with somebody like Denham Brown, Javon Shepard, like the guys I came up with, and he'd be in the gym. And so when you go play, if I'm playing at Malvern Rec or the Y or MT, you play one way and you're trying whatever. You go to those West Hill runs and you play a little different, right? Like you're playing with better guys, and then you see Marv actually lace up, like he's actually going to play. He's not standing on the side chilling. Now you have to take that next step mentally. Like, okay, I'm going from like messing around, shooting out, warming up to no, I'm doing my dribbling drills and my passing drills, warming up, because he is going to demand that you play your best to even contend with him.
Yeah, man. Playing with Marv made me a million times better. Because like Fitz said, of where I lived, and me and his brother, like we played all the time. So I got to play with Marv. It was just exactly what you said. I was younger and I wanted to play on the same team at Marv when we're going playing places, and I had to be good enough to be on Marv's team.
Yeah.
Right. If I drop the ball, I'm not on Marv's team.
And
right?
then if I want to sound old, that's what's wrong with Toronto basketball. You used to have to go to these gyms to prove yourself. Now you're on the team. It doesn't matter. You're on the team. And it doesn't matter. You're going to get your shots every game and you're going to play. No, back then there's one AAU team or there's no AAU teams. Back then there's one gym where there's runs. Not 10 gyms.
I remember Fitz, me and you in my red pony. My mom's red Hyundai pony went to was it called JDP back in the day?
Yeah.
Right. And was it Coach Willie? Right. Okay, everybody, just in the chat. So this stuff couldn't happen now. They would call the police on people. All right. So the first cut at that Ontario tryout was stand in the defensive stance until you die.
Yeah.
Right. We just he was like, all right, go. And we were like,
Yep.
And then we'd be looking around and we'd be just like, huh.
Yep.
Everybody paid their money. I'm hurting right now. I got to sit back down in my chair. Right. I went a little bit longer in that thing. But right, you couldn't do that now, right? And that was it. You out. Go. Right. I remember we went that day, Fitz, and that was the first cut. I was like, shit, because I was again young at that fucking thing. And that was my first, like, holy shit, really, man? Like, that was crazy. Big up, Flint. Are you back yet? I don't think you're back yet, Flint. So safe flight back, all that good stuff, safe travels. We're going out Sunday. Word up. Anyway, I digress. Yo,
that stance messed you up, man.
Huh? No, that stance made me better. Oh, this one right here? Yeah, I'm breathing a little bit now. Back in the day, it made me better. Right now, I'm recovering from being in stance right now, but give it a little bit. And I'll be back. I tell you, man, give me 2 weeks. I'll kill anybody. Give me 2 weeks to stretch.
All right, Coach, let me ask you this. How did you become a coach?
So after Katrina was my senior year.
Hurricane Katrina.
Right. And so I was all conference in the Sun Belt, a solid mid-major conference. I was good. Like I was doing a good job. I was having a good career for my level. And we get a new head coach after Hurricane Katrina. The head coach leaves. And the new coach, I was doing stuff with the national team. And he called my first day on campus. We have a team meeting. And the first thing he says to me is, "You're the worst teammate I've ever seen in my whole coaching career." And he makes like a big deal of it. And he starts just like going off on me. And I'm like, why? He's like, "You were home in Canada the whole summer. You didn't reach out to your teammates, yada, yada." Like, just kind of going at me. I'm like, I was with the national team. I'm just coming off of Katrina. Screw you, buddy. I'm trying to get my college career over it and go home. Like I'm kind of over it a little bit.
Basketball.
Just everything. Yeah. Just school, being
just
away
everything.
from home.
Yeah. Okay,
Just like, I just want to go home. Just be around my people.
The grind.
The grind. Exactly. And so I'm like, whatever. Let me take this challenge on. This guy thinks I'm a knucklehead. I'm selfish. Let me show him who I am. So I make it a point to kind of prove myself. About 2 months into the season, he calls me to the office. He goes, "I'm never subbing you out of another game for the rest of the year, and you'll have a job with me for the rest of your career." And I led the NCAA in minutes played per game that year. And after playing my first year overseas in Germany, he got the head coach at Marquette, the head coaching job at Marquette. And he called me up and he goes, "Hey, I know you're playing. I know you're doing well. But if you start your coaching career early, you'll have a chance to kind of get ahead of everyone else that your age that will want to coach 6-7 years from now."
Okay, sorry. So you're saying that you were playing ball. You then left university and went to play professional ball in Germany.
Yes. And then my coach at New Orleans gets the head job at Marquette.
Okay.
And when he gets the head job at Marquette, he wants to hire people he trusts. And here's an all-league point guard that played every minute for him. So he's going to want that guy on his staff, right? And so I remember sitting at my kitchen table in Heidelberg, Germany, and I have a contract. My agent got me it was a really good agent from overseas, got me a really good contract in France using my Trinidad passport. And so I wasn't counted as an import. And that way I'm more valuable. And so you're allowed 2 imports per team, but the imports are really only North American. So if you're Trinidadian, Jamaican, whatever, you could get into certain countries as like a non-import. And so I had both passports. And so I had the contract on my table.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
Trinidad.
Wait, you have a Trinity passport?
Yeah.
Introducing.
Yo.
That's
The
just
only reason I got it was to play. My first agent that I ended up firing convinced me to get it. And
Okay.
crazy story with that. I'm the one, and I don't care what he says. This is 100% the truth. Jamie, no one else was the one to convince Juan Toscano Anderson to get his Mexican passport and to play for the Mexican team, which then got him his G League job, which then got him to Golden State. So I basically won the championship with Golden State.
How's that?
Yeah. No, but where was I with
Yeah, so you got your Trinity passport.
Oh
You were
yeah.
able to-
So the contract's on my table, and like as I'm talking to the new head coach at Marquette, and so I'm looking at the contract, I'm listening to him. I'm like, yo, this set of money here, my mom could move out of Malvern. Like I think, like, you know, like we could move her out, or we're closer to, or I could be the lowest coach on the totem pole, so to say, at Marquette and work my way up from basically nothing again. But I just figured long term, I could make more money for a longer stretch of my career, and I would get ahead enough to where it made sense to me. And I didn't know we were going to do what we did at Marquette. Like it was 3 Sweet 16s, Elite 8, Old Big East Championship, like 4 NBA guys in the first 3 years. Like it was crazy, and it wasn't me. We were very lucky to kind of inherit the guys we got and recruit the guys we did. But yeah, and then from there, I just kind of just grew in the coaching career. But that was it. Stopped my career a little short to start coaching.
So how do you feel about that? Are you happy with the decision you made, or do you sometimes have regrets? Like, do you sit back and look at the stars and say, man?
Yeah, no, I'm not a regret guy. Like,
Okay.
you know, everything kind of just moves the way it moves. And I don't believe in bad decisions. I believe in making decisions work, you know? And so
Geez.
You know.
Message.
yeah, there it is.
That was a good one. Okay. Yeah, that was a good one. That's a Jamie McNeilly original.
Yeah, there it is.
Keep-
It wasn't a Tarantino movie or something? Nah, I'm saying.
Message. I like that one. I don't believe in bad decisions. I believe in making decisions work.
Did you copy that? You got it?
I got
Yeah.
that, man. Are you kidding me?
Send that to me, man.
Are you kidding me?
You got to send that to me. So we've heard a little, like we didn't get too deep into it, and if we did, then shit, it's really my bad. But when we say Brennan way, we heard that come up a little bit. What is that
So
mean to you, sir?
So if you, Blessed Mother Teresa, if you walk out, I guess the south exit, and you walk about 100 yards due west, you get to Brennan Way in the heart of Malvern, and that was the Brennan Way house, man. That's where it kind of all happened. So I was fortunate enough. My older brother was a DJ, and you know was doing his thing with you guys, and
Stretch the real thing.
Stretch the real thing with
Okay.
Channel 9 and those guys, and the Outsiders.
Uh-oh.
And pass and all that.
Outsiders.
Stop this now. You know how many cassettes were made in that basement?
Oh man.
Outsiders.
I was fortunate, man.
Outsiders.
My house was like, it was like a sound almost. Like we had a sound, and it was just
Stop
everyone
it,
who
Kevin.
played ball. That
Stop it, Kevin. Sorry.
no. But yeah, it was like that was like the mecca of Malvern for me, at least, you know. And so it was an open door. Everyone, I mean, Fitz and Bennett, you too. Even when you're in high school, like you guys could walk in the front door. You don't have to ring. You don't have to knock. Like, you know, and that was my mom. Shout out to Mama G, Grace.
Auntie Grace.
She'd cook for everyone, and you know, and so I got a lot of like. Imagine this. You guys would come over. The Outsiders would make a mixtape. You guys would leave. 20 minutes later, Lindo P's walking down the street. He walks in, does a set, just practicing on the DJ equipment in my basement. Then he'll leave. And then, like, you know, then it was unreal, man. Guys would come in and draw on the wall, like some pretty good artists. And Fitz, you had a crazy drawing up there too. Man, I can't remember what it was, man. But yeah, it's just, come on, man. That I was lucky to have you guys and be that central in a neighborhood like Malvern growing up, you know. So it's definitely who I am. And I consider myself like I'm Jamie from Malvern, like, you know, and it's because of that house on Brennan Way. So
man, oh man,
yeah, man.
As you say that, and you mention all those names, man, like, and you haven't even said all the names, right?
No, oh my God,
not even close.
Not even close. Man.
Yeah, I mean, there's Audiotainment,
Channel 9, Dovey Dove was there nonstop. All the Medinas were there.
Ray Sessions.
Yeah.
Wow.
Everybody.
That's it.
Wow, and then the soca side, where, you know, when the soca music started, that's when I was like, all right, guys, I gotta go home now.
Yeah. Listen, we got a lot of flack for that back in the day, man.
That's true.
So soca's grown a little bit now. There has to be 1-2 songs you guys like. Come on.
No. Fitz
came to a full soca jam with me, guy.
Yeah, I could do a soca now. Yeah, there was one time if you brought me somewhere and they, like I was saying the other day, like I'm your guy's real friend, because I used to go with Stretch and watch him bring his record so he can play soca.
That's how you get in, yo.
And I didn't even have like a phone like this before I could just play video games. Just sit there and just listen to the music.
That's it, man. That's it. That's right. My mom would be cussing you guys down, and all we're hearing is Outsiders. Yo, you guys were on the 504 stuff before 504 was a thing, yo. You guys, that CD binder you guys had, just opening that, seeing the old Silk, the Shockers, and the
man. Some people, I think you have to explain that. There might be some people in the chat that don't understand what a CD binder is.
Right? Yeah, we had the vinyls, so we had the technique, but then we also had the
DJs.
DJs.
No, the pioneers. They were pioneers.
Pioneers, yeah. And so guys would walk in with like little briefcase, you open it up, and it's just like your little, and it's all just classic CDs. And man, like Fitz used to put the thing behind, the little book behind, so when you pull the CD out, the book's still there in the background. All this, come on, man, that was classic. If you guys were doing that now with the energy and passion, come on, man. With social media and that, come on. That was special, man.
We'd be the Illuminati, guy. If we had social media back in the day, it'd be over.
But I think that's kind of like a full circle reflection of like just the time with everything in this city altogether, right? Like you say, if we were doing what we're doing then now, just like how, with a lot of artists, we're doing what they're doing now, or even like basketball players. Like there's a lot of basketball players that ran through our city that, like, we look at a lot of our great athletes that are doing good things in the league right now, but the avenue wasn't there for some of the stars.
That's it.
For some of the stars that we watch, like, coming up, or that we played against or whatnot, because there was a lot of good guys that could have been places.
Yeah, that would have. I told me and Denham were coaching this past summer.
111, right?
Right. And we played AAU together, and we had a good talk one night. We were just kind of sitting outside the hotel talking. And I told him, come on, man, if you're in this era, like people remembered 111 points, but you know, you were like dropping 50 every other game. Like you were hitting 7-8 threes, like 2-3 times, like a month. Like when we were playing, like he was doing things that you're in the NBA if you're doing that. Like there's no, like, you know, there's a formula now, and if you're good enough, you're in the league. He passes all of those, you know. And so, yeah, guys like that, and I mean, obviously the Dixons, the Marvs, and all these guys. If there was a way, if someone paved the path before them, they would have made it, you know. But this is what it is. It's their path that all the kids are going on now, and they don't know it, right?
It's true. Still, I hear that. I hear that. Shit. Yeah, it's a different world now, but yeah, man, it was crazy back in the day.
Crazy.
So let me ask you this: I see you got your pioneers and your headphones and your microphone. What, like, you run a radio show, bro?
There it is, man.
Okay, what
It's
is that?
Hobbie, man. That's
What is that?
you know, little pad, man. That's a hobby. Yeah, it's just in my downtime. I mean, honestly, us growing up, basketball was what you did in between music, right or wrong.
Yeah.
And I think that's who I am. Like, you know, but like, so obviously it's kind of flipped, and basketball is what I do, but like I'm producing every chance I get, you know, and nothing will ever be on Spotify. Nothing will ever. I'm not shopping beats. I'm not. This is sometimes it's a soca beat with a trap melody, you know. Sometimes I create. There it is, man.
What's going on, man?
No, it's just a hobby, man. You know, if I get good enough, then we'll see. I'll send Poppy. I'll send Popcorn some beats.
Nah, man, you're good enough. What are you talking about, man?
Yeah, it's just a fun.
What's this right here? What's this?
What's this little beat, man? I think that's beat number 173, made in July. No, I'm playing. But it's
I was about to say this man is like Rain Man.
No. But yeah, it's a little something. I sent that to you?
No.
Oh.
So wait, you have this by surprise?
You didn't send it to me, but you sent it to someone, and someone asked me to help them write a song. And I said, "Where'd you get this beat from?" And they said, "From you," not knowing that I knew you.
Interesting.
And they wanted me to help them write to it.
That's a story right there, and I don't even know who that is. Yo, if you want beats from me, it's easy. Just hit me up. You get them for free. Yo, you don't remember when you took me to the studio when you guys were working on Puff Puff Fast?
Of course, I remember it.
Oh, this is entirely
and
amazing. What's the story?
What's my youth's name? The artist, give me the weed with ganja. Was it Jigsy King?
Jigsy King, yes, the sample. That's right.
That's from the Brennan Way basement. That's yes. And then I remember you did something crazy on that beat. Yes. It was like a high flute, and you note repeat it on 32 notes. Back then, nothing goes on 32. 16 was as fast as it goes. And I remember that high kind of flute. Again, you guys were breaking boundaries. You guys were doing South style music in Toronto in the 90s.
That's why we're called the Outsiders.
The Outsiders, man. Come on, man.
It's all because of Lover One. That's
why don't you play that? Play that song in the background.
Load that up.
I should have.
Load that up.
Turn this whole damn thing into a party, goddamn. Yogi Chick, what up with you? Yes. So you told us about Katrina. You told us about, your decision between, choosing to go play professional basketball and coaching. What are the things that kind of motivate you to keep going?
So when I was coming out of high school at MT, I was good. I was probably a Division I player, but I didn't sign up for the clearinghouse. I took my SAT too late. I didn't know what classes I needed to be eligible. I didn't know, and so my dad was helping me. My brother was helping me. Coach Rowe was helping me. Coach Dawkins was helping me. But just no one. Everyone's kind of fumbling through it. And so when I started coaching, I said, yo, let me try to push as many Canadians through as possible. And obviously the guys on my team and wherever I'm coaching. But honestly, the drive to coach, because it's a grind. There's no vacation. There's no downtime, really. It's 365, and you're managing 13 young men's lives. Like, you're their big bro. You're their coach. You're their instructor. You're the one getting them out of trouble. You're the one, like, helping them out any way you can, whenever you can. And so, when I see like for example, there's a guy I played soccer with, Malvern soccer team, when I was like the little baby pictures on my mom's wall right now, and his son has really good grades and is a fringe Division I guy, but doesn't have good looks. Well, he reached out to me, and I'm like, dude, little do you know, this is why I'm doing it. I'm doing it now because I can make 4 calls and get him at the right prep school that gets him to the spot. And I'm kind of that conduit. There's endless young coaches that are trying to get into business. How do visas work for coaches? There are no visas for coaches. So here it's avenue A, B, or C. Here's how you do A. Here's how you do B. Here's how you do C. I've had that conversation with maybe 10, 11 young coaches that are coaching in the South right now. Just pushing the next generation through and being the person that I wish I had when I was in high school. That's priceless, man, because you get to see the desire and the drive recycle over and over again. And the coolest part, I promise you guys, the coolest part, and I tell guys this all the time, my players this, it takes to go to the NBA. I've seen it. I've been a part of it. I've done it. So I've put guys, you're not good enough, and then you got good enough. It takes 100% of your emotion to make it. And I say that from Wes Matthews, Jimmy Butler, Jay Crowder, Nikhil Alexander, guys I coached with the national team, Wiggins, like just go down the list. All of the guys, like they would break down. They would be so... They would push it to the limit. I have a Canadian on the roster right now. He came into my office full tears last year. Full, like this guy, you should see him. 6'7", built like a tank, a man's man when he plays. Bawling. I don't know if I could do it. My mom works 2 jobs still, and if I don't make it, she has to keep working 2 jobs. Come on, man. You're not gonna get behind that and wake up with a smile every day and say, yo, we're doing it. Like, and so, and that kid's from Galloway. That kid that plays for TC right now is from Galloway. Like, I'm in position to help a Galloway man make it to the league. And I can literally do it with the routine I set up with him, with how he, like, the film I'm watching with him, the coaching conversations I have with the other coaches to help him get in positions to be successful. It's a cool, it's very, you see the reward in this job, where a lot of times, you're a garbage man. You don't get to go into the homes that you're affecting when you're picking up the garbage every day. It's amazing work, but you don't really reap. When I see the guy walk across the stage, when I see Nikhil take the picture, 1st round draft pick with his snake skin suit on, I'm like, yo, let me do it again, man. Let's take a next Scarborough and help push him through, So no, it's very fulfilling, man. Fun job, man.
So is there somebody maybe that's like one of those profound stories that somebody's come to you and said, hey, coach, or, thank you for this, like a big story that's impacted them in such a way that they've kind of let you know about, that you might want to or care to share with us, that you just...
I mean, I get stories all the time. Just random stories. I think Jimmy, I go back to Jimmy a lot because I started coaching when Jimmy Butler started his college career, and so we kind of came up together.
Okay.
Right, and so he's confided in me with a lot of the conversations we've had. And when I say Jimmy is an A1 competitor, I've never seen anything like it in my life.
Yeah.
Like, it's unbelievable. And to hear him say, like, yo, bro, I got you no matter what. Like, you know, you were there when I was nobody, and we put in the time together. And you know what I'm getting now is thanks to you, you know. And he has someone representing him right now that he introduced me to. And it's like he's in Jimmy's camp, and he's a pretty like profound guy in the business. And I was talking to him, and at the very beginning, he said, "Let me make this clear to you. Jimmy is where he's at in part because of you. I'm feeding my family." This is the guy telling me, because of Jimmy. "I'm grateful for you because you helped me feed my family. So I'm gonna help you." And I'm like, wow, like, you know, like, just you don't think of it at that time. And when I say he's an everyday guy, we got up 7, 6, we're working out in the morning before classes, you know, at night when everyone's asleep. That's who Jimmy is, you know. And so just seeing that work pay off, priceless, man.
Yeah, that's good. So we got about, like, let's say 5 more minutes or so left in this thing. So what is something that today's Jamie tells first day coaching Jamie about anything? Like, when you look back at that guy and now you're sitting down today, what do you tell that guy?
Well, for sure, don't try to be a coach. That's not what coaching is.
Word up.
Yeah, you are yourself. You know, and that's who the players see, and you present yourself as such, and they respond accordingly. And so I think when I totally stopped trying to be a coach and just I'm myself, man. Like, it's Jamie helping Nikhil. It's Jamie helping Jay Crowder. It isn't Coach Jamie helping player Jay. And what I've learned by doing that is I learn way more from the players than they learn from me. What I'm saying to them is pretty easy. Like, do it with a little more discipline and clean it up a little bit. But what they tell me is, don't teach me that way. I don't get it that way. You teach me unique to everyone else. If you listen to them, they tell you, like, you know, they're telling you how they want to learn and what's too much and how to toe the line. And I think you have to take your tumps to understand that as a coach, because coming in, you think, oh, I almost made it. I know what it takes. And you think you're right. And you quickly learn, nah, man, you have to get someone through. You have to grow with them. It's the only way it works. You can't just instruct them. So I'd for sure just advise my younger self, yo, be yourself, man. They'll like you. Don't worry, man. You don't have to pretend to be anything.
When did you figure that out? How long did it take you to figure that out?
I think I started embracing it like maybe year 6, year 7 when I was at Virginia Tech, and I wasn't connecting with all the guys. Where at Marquette, they saw me, they knew who I was, and they knew who I coached before. And so that mattered to them. And then at Virginia Tech, they don't care. We're here. We're not at Marquette. We're at Virginia Tech. Help us win. Oh, crap. Okay, so now I got to get to know you and be myself and grow through this journey with you. And that's taxing, but I mean, rewarding, right? So you go through it.
Right.
You know?
No, that's crazy. That's good, man. That's like Fitz said, those are some gems that take you through it.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. I watched you on an interview the other day, and I saw a section where you were kind of attributing a lot of your stuff to, I'm just bringing your brother up again. Like, Stretch is my good friend, and like, you're a little brother to me. right? And it's just like super awesome to see where you've come, where you've gone, where you've grown.
Yeah, man.
And then when I heard you in the interview, start attributing like a lot of your, even just way of being to your brother, like it almost made me want to cry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's he.
Community.
I'm on his shoulders. Like I'm doing what I'm doing on his shoulders. And he allowed that, you know, and so he's the one. Like we got in a fight when he was coaching me. He was coaching. He succeeded Burroughs and Oliveri, and we got in a crazy fight and ended up not talking for a whole year while he was coaching me at MT. And in that fight, he was playing, and I kept talking back and just not doing it right, not doing it the right way. And he punched me in my throat as hard as he could. And like I thought I was gonna die. I was choking. Like I got punched in the throat. And he was frustrated, and he probably was just taking it out the wrong way. And we fought. We're brothers. But it took everything in his power to get me where I am now. And then I realized so many other people contributed to that, like you guys, like just being around you guys and wanting to be like you guys. I'm not naive enough to think I did this. I'm a result of our community, and you guys were the older brothers, you know? And so that's how I see it, man.
So watch this. That's perfect timing. So everybody,
Perfect timing.
It's 11:11. So speaking of community, Jamie, at 11:11, we all do a thing here. So everybody, 11:11 in the chat, because you already know what's up. It's all good energy. So big up to you, Jamie, for, you know, to me, what I take away from this is appreciating all that came before you and then taking that and pushing that forward, right? And you've done so from me to you specifically, because I remember Jamie that I would like chase around and try to grab him and give
beat
him
up.
Come here, boy, come here, right? And then to look at you and watch and observe and to have this happen today is just good energy. And I think you've done it the right way, just like you're trying to teach people to do it the right way. So big up to that.
Respect.
Everybody take all that energy. 11:11's actually almost done. So I hope you wished for something, but we got it in. So big up for that. But yeah, community, man, big up. And like I said earlier, when I look at just basketball in the city, and like I said, I'm biased, but this family has had an imprint on basketball all over the place. And maybe people don't understand that the way that now, or the way that I understand that, because I've just been around it. But, you know, from Pops, right? You know, Pops has had an influence on me.
My uncle played at Jarvis back in the day. He was one of the first to do it too. Brothers, you know.
All of it, right? But cousins, down to just the whole family, like everything that's happening and what impact has been there. It's just it's a story that needs to be, you know, spoken about a little bit, I think, personally. And like I said, I'm biased, so whatever. So big up to big up to the McNeillys.
Yes.
Big up McNeilly.
Man.
No doubt. No. It's much appreciated, guys. And I know how lucky I am, man. Living in a fantasy world, man. But I'm glad the roots are what the roots are, and I'm so grateful, man, having such a full childhood, man, around you guys and just absorbing it all, you know.
So are your kids basketball players in the making, or are they just great people in the making? What's going on over there?
I don't know. The oldest one, we play a perfect swish game, so it would go 5 perfect swishes. He's 5 years old. Yeah. And so I'm trying to trick him into being an elite shooter. We'll see if that works.
Perfect swish game. Wicked.
Yeah, if it goes in, it doesn't count. It has to be a perfect swish.
Okay. Oh, question. I wanted to ask. Your wife. How long you been married?
Been married since 2014, but she went to MT. She's from Malvern. I've been with her since 2002. Went to high school together.
That's 20 years.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So Trini, and she is
Nigerian.
So just a question of just trying to get some clarity and understanding. Jollof rice or pilau?
Come on, man.
Fight.
when they're making jollof, I go, I'm on phone calls or something. No, jollof's all right, but come on, man. When you have Grace cooking, like there's no.
This guy looks like he looks like he's ducking pillows.
Yeah,
right
the
now.
mixture.
Ducking pillows. Oh man, yo, Coach Jamie, big up. We're gonna push everybody over to StarQ, right? That sounds about right, Fitz?
Yeah, that sounds good. Sounds right.
That's all right. So thank you everybody for being here. We're gonna big up some people in the chat, and then take you backstage for a hot second. But appreciate your time, sir. I know that you're about to get into it for the new season. So what do you think? How does that look? What you're doing right now, getting ready for the new season?
Yeah. So
where are you off to?
Next week, the guys come on campus. We start practice the week after. We're preseason top 10, so we're going to be really good this year.
Oh yeah.
We have a Canadian as if he's not our best player, he's our top 2 player.
So wait, you didn't call it out. So sorry, people might not have been here from the beginning. So your team that you are.
Oh, I'm sorry. At TCU, Texas Christian University, in the Big 12 conference. That's the best conference in basketball. So we're up against Kansas, West Virginia, Kansas State, Texas Tech, Texas, Oklahoma, and so it's a big deal every game, and we should be good. Hopefully, we're a tournament team. But yeah, trying to do big things, man. Just keep doing what I've been doing and racking up tournament wins, man. That's what it's about at our level, So that's the expectation this year. So,
all right, everybody, put some prayer hands in the chat for TCU team. Put some prayer hands in the chat. Wow, much successful season.
Yes.
And who's the Canadian boy you have on the team?
Emmanuel Miller.
Emmanuel Miller.
Scarborough's finest, man. Yeah.
Scarborough is not for the weak. Big up to Scarborough. Let we go, Scarborough.
All right, yeah.
All right. So big up to everybody. Denise Jojo's here, Fitz.
LL.
Abbott and Costello. Abjui. There's lots of people here, man. Big Daddy Woo Woo. Big member. Big damn judge. Shit ton of people. Foxy G still in the break room.
Yogi Chick, thank you.
Fun Fit Mom. Medina's still here. Medina.
QWERTY Queen, thank you.
Nads didn't cause too much trouble today. Big up, Nads. Nads kept it tame today. Next time, Nads. We'll get all wild when Chico's here next week. But yeah, man, Jamie, thank you again, sir.
Yes. Thanks for having me, man. Enjoyed it.
Appreciate it. Everybody go make some noises for StarQ. If you're still here, he's going to be playing something nice.
And follow Coach Jamie on the IG as well. It's Coach
McNeilly.
Coach McNeilly.
Yeah.
Coach McNeilly on the IG. Follow him there. And then maybe he'll start a Twitch account and start DJing.
There we go. Let's get him DJing.
I frequent Channel 9's Twitch, so I'll see you in the chats on there, man.
All right. Big it up, everybody. We out.
All right, one love.
Have a good
It's
night.
in the break room, episode 57. Coach Jamie, thank you very much.
Yes.
We're out. Oh, we are no longer on Twitch, or we might be.